Level 1. The Amateur. You wake up at 5:15 a.m. Not because your alarm went off, because your body has been doing this long enough that it doesn't need the alarm anymore. You have a warehouse shift at 6. You eat rice and 2 eggs standing over the sink because sitting down takes time you don't have. You're out the door by 5:45. You work until 2 p.m. Then you drive to the gym. The gym is a converted auto shop in a strip mall between a payday loan office and a nail salon. The mat is second-hand. The heavy bags are duct-taped at the seams. Your coach has a cauliflower ear on the left side and a voice that was broken by years of ringside instruction. He charges you $80 a month. He charges you less than he charges the others because you show something. He has never told you what you show. Telling you would change it. You train from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., drilling, sparring, conditioning. Then you go home, eat again, and come back at 8 p.m. for the second session. You do this 6 days a week. On the 7th day, your body does something that isn't quite rest and isn't quite recovery. It is just the absence of training, which feels wrong now. Your first fight is at a regional show in a convention center in Tulsa. The cage is borrowed from another promotion. The mat has somebody else's logo on it. Your corner is your training partner and your coach, who drove 4 hours to be there. You cut 3 pounds in a hotel bathtub the night before because you read online that's what fighters do. Your opponent is 2-0. You are 0-0. You win by rear naked choke in the second round. The crowd is 40 people. Your hands shake for an hour afterward. This is the best feeling you have ever had in your entire life. You don't know yet that you will spend the next decade chasing it and never quite catching it again at the same purity. Level 2. The Regional Pro. You turn pro. Your first professional fight pays $500 to show, $500 to win. You drive 6 hours to get there. You share a hotel room with your training partner to split the cost. You win by unanimous decision. 3 rounds of work. After your coach's 10%, your cornerman's cut, the gas, and the hotel, a win puts $180 in your pocket. You fight 4 times this year. You go 3-1. A manager emails you after your 3rd fight. He found your highlight reel online. 14,000 views, which in regional MMA terms means someone noticed. He says he can get you on bigger cards. He says he has relationships. He says he believes in you. You sign with him. He takes 20% of your earnings for the next 5 years. You are 23. You are 3-1. You have just signed away 1/5 of everything you will make for the next half-decade to a man you have never met in person, whose other clients you don't know, whose relationship to the promoters he negotiates against you do not understand yet. You did it because the alternative was continuing to fight for $1,000 on cards that streamed to 200 people, hoping someone in a position to matter would notice. The manager is not dishonest. He is also not working exclusively for you. He has 11 other fighters. His relationship to the promoters he approaches on your behalf is more valuable to him than any single fighter's deal. This is not disclosed in the contract. It is structural to how the business works. You will understand this fully in about 3 years. For now, you have a manager. You feel more legitimate. You train harder because now there's infrastructure around the work, and infrastructure feels like progress. Level 3. The Contender. Your record is 12-2. You were ranked 8th in the welterweight division. The UFC called. Your base pay is $30,000 to show, $30,000 to win. Performance bonuses, fight of the night, performance of the night, $50,000 each. Last year, you made $210,000, including 1 bonus. It is the most money you have ever seen with your name attached to it. Here is what $210,000 actually is. Your manager takes 20%. That is $42,000. Your coach takes 10% of fight purses under a separate agreement you signed when you joined his gym 3 years ago. That is $15,000 off the fight purses specifically. Training camps for 2 fights. Travel, sparring partners flown in from 2 different gyms, because you can't keep using the same training partners or they figure out your game plan before the opponent does. Camp costs $31,000. After taxes, you are self-employed, which means you pay both sides of Social Security, which means your effective tax rate on fight income is closer to 40% once the quarterly estimates are filed correctly. You netted $94,000. You are a top 10 fighter in the world in your weight class. You net $94,000 a year. You have a torn labrum in your left shoulder. You have known about it for 8 months. You have not told the UFC. You have not had surgery. Surgery means 6 months out of competition. 6 months out of competition means the ranking drops. The ranking dropping means the next contract negotiation happens from a weaker position. You tape it before every training session. Before fights, you tape it tighter. Level 4. The almost. You fight for the interim title. You lose by split decision in the 5th round. 2 judges give it to your opponent. 1 judge gives it to you. The fight goes to a scorecard that exists because 3 people with clipboards watched the same 25 minutes and saw 3 different fights. You watch the replay 16 times over 2 days. You find the moments. The 3rd round where you were winning clearly and then got clipped and spent 90 seconds surviving. The 4th round where you controlled the grappling but didn't finish and the judges may or may not have seen what you saw. The 5th round where you came back and hurt him twice and ran out of time. You are 15-3. The loss doesn't drop you out of contention, but it resets the timeline. You will need 1, maybe 2 more wins before another title shot. Each one of those wins is a training camp. Each training camp is 4 months of your body at maximum output, your shoulder taped, your weight managed, your social life suspended, your relationship strained in ways that the person on the other side is trying to hold together. Your girlfriend has been with you for 3 years. She has never asked you to stop. She has also reorganized her entire life around a schedule that is not a schedule. It is a series of camps interrupted by brief windows of something resembling normalcy. She is good at being okay with your absence. It is not the same as liking it. You have not had a direct conversation about this. The conversation waits in the background of every dinner that isn't a camp dinner. Level 5. The personal cost. You are 29. You have been knocked unconscious twice in competition and once in sparring. After the 2nd competition knockout, you sat in the locker room for 40 minutes and could not remember the name of the city. The cut man told you. You nodded. You texted your girlfriend that you were fine. A medical doctor cleared you in 4 minutes. Your name, the date, who the president was. You answered correctly. You were cleared. The headaches started 3 months later. They arrive without warning. They last 2 days. You have not reported them to anyone, because reporting them means medical suspension, means no fighting, means the ranking, means the contract. Your younger brother called last month. He is 24. He wants to start training. He asked you what you thought. You told him to do it. You told him it was the best thing you ever did. You told him about the discipline, the brotherhood, the clarity of a life built around a clear objective. Everything you told him was true. You did not tell him about the shoulder. You did not tell him about the locker room in the city whose name you couldn't remember. You did not tell him what the neurologist told you during a study you participated in 2 years ago. The number of documented subconcussive impacts, the neural tissue findings, the what this means over time conversation that you sat through and then drove to the gym and sparred 6 rounds. You told him to do it because you would do it again. You would do it again knowing everything. This is the part you can't explain to anyone who hasn't done it. You were 29, and you are already calculating the distance between here and the end of it. Level 6. The camp. You are 8 weeks out from the title shot you earned after 2 straight wins following the split decision loss. Your day is 6 a.m. Wake. Weigh in. You are 11 pounds over the welterweight limit. You have 8 weeks to lose 11 pounds while maintaining as much functional muscle as possible. 7 a.m. Strength and conditioning. Your C&E coach programs 3 sessions a week. You move weights in the patterns that protect the joints and build the power that the fighting requires without accumulating fatigue that bleeds into your technical sessions. 9 a.m. Technical work. Striking with your striking coach. Pad work. Movement. You are drilling the specific combinations that the film study identified as high percentage against this opponent's defensive patterns.
You have watched 43 hours of his fights. You know how he moves when he's comfortable, and how he moves when he's hurt, and the specific moment in his footwork when he's about to throw the right hand that has finished 3 of his opponents. 12 p.m. Food, rest, film. 3 p.m. Grappling, rest.
3 p.m. Grappling, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, the specific scramble situations that this opponent creates. Your grappling coach runs the room. Sparring partners flown in from 2 different gyms because you cannot keep using the same training partners, or they figure out your game plan before the opponent does. 6 p.m. Recovery, ice bath, treatment, the shoulder taped by the trainer who has been taping it for 2 years and knows exactly how tight is tight enough and how tight is when you can't grip tight. You do this for 8 weeks, every day. The last 2 weeks you begin the water cut. You are tired in a way that sleep does not fix because sleep at this point in camp is just the time between sessions. Your body is a machine being calibrated for one specific night. You weigh in at 169.5, half a pound under. You eat immediately. You rehydrate through the night. You sleep 6 hours. You wake up on fight night. Level 7, the champion. You win the welterweight title in the 5th round by TKO. The stoppage comes at 3:47. You land a left hook that buckles him, and you follow him to the canvas, and the referee steps in, and it is over. And the cage becomes loud in a way that is indistinguishable from silence because something has happened in your nervous system that is larger than your capacity to process it in real time. Your corner is in the cage. Your coach is holding you. The belt is coming toward you. Someone is putting the belt around your waist and you look down at it, and this is the moment you have been building toward since the heavy bag in the converted auto shop in the strip mall between the payday loan and the nail salon. You feel relief. That is the dominant feeling. Relief. Not joy, not triumph. Relief. The specific relief of a man who has been carrying a very heavy thing for a very long time and has finally set it down. Your purse for this fight is $700,000. The pay-per-view sold 820,000 buys. The UFC's revenue from this event is approximately $62 million. You made 1.1% of what your body generated for the organization that holds your contract. This number will not be in any of the coverage tomorrow. The coverage tomorrow will be about the knockout. It will be about the belt. It will be about the face you made when the referee stopped it. You are the champion, and you have leverage, and you are also still under exclusive contract to the only meaningful promotional platform in your sport, which means the leverage operates inside a room whose walls are set by the organization you are negotiating with. You are 31. Your shoulder has been scoped twice. Your left ear rings in quiet rooms. You have headaches that arrive without warning and last 2 days. You have a belt around your waist and a window of 4 to 6 years before the losses start coming in the way they come for everyone eventually. Not because the will fails, but because the body's reaction time degrades in increments too small to feel until the opponent feels them first. You are the welterweight champion of the world. You are 31. You are already planning what comes after. You have been planning since the locker room in the city whose name you couldn't remember. You have been planning since the neurologist said the number out loud, and you drove to the gym and sparred 6 rounds. The belt is real. The window is narrow. You are going to use every day of it.